dropped some joint earlier today, believe it or not. And nothing special, just plus size elf. I've been working on it for at least about like shit. Yeah, I want to say about a month off and on because I had stuff going on, situated clearly. Um, the process has been fun. The process has been very fun. Animation's much better. Concepts are much better. Philosophies, motivational skills, my ability to adapt in life, accountability, my perception. Pretty sure I said philosophical already. But if I did not, my overall consistency in terms of my morality and then turning it into my different forms of my content in terms of how my life's changed and I've transcended as a man. If I wasn't a man before, I'm a man now. And there's not one human being on this earth, really, that could take that from me. I've accomplished damn near all the goals I wanted to accomplish, did everything that I needed to do, and I can now do this content thing that I want to do, which is why outside of Dead Show, we got Dr. Madman on YouTube, which you guys will see more a mixture of my stuff. So, we're gonna see a lot of like music based stuff in between my verses, my analytical stuff on Doctor Dead irregularly. I got a Blue Lock video I'm gonna do on there instead. Jujutsu Kaisen's probably gonna go on Dead Show. We're gonna play around with this, but most of them is going on Madman and Doctor Dead, and I don't want you to get comfortable with watching gaming stuff on there. Gaming's gonna be the most of the platform for Madman. A lot of streaming hijinks, my discussion on music, my unfiltered content. I made a Patreon backslash Doctor Dead. I was gonna jokingly do an OnlyFans, wink wink, but instead of doing the OnlyFans, I decided that instead of doing that, it's a much smarter plan to take things on the back heel, just do the Patreon. I was jokingly gonna do it for uncut content. It was just a joke, but I decided instead to make something more consistent and basically just more useful for me content wise. The video that I made is a little raunchy. More of my content's gonna be a little bit more raunchy because I'm not filtering myself anymore for children. Unfortunately, there are gonna be some content that I make that's for kids. It's motivational for everybody. There's gonna be some content that's not for everybody, and I'm not gonna filter that side of me anymore. I don't care how it does or any concept that it does. Which, mind you, we'll talk about it later when I show off some stuff off that show. But do you like big girls? By the way, round of applause for me. That shit. I should put round of applause with a. I don't care. Hit 2K, which isn't really much, but for me, it's something I just fucked around with. I have the other video on the works. I'm on the second and third episode, I believe. Which will be like the third of my big girls concept. We got the other one I'll be doing later, and they'll focus on regular edgy stories like Aisu, To Love Ryu, Maho Sensei Negima. These are stories that sometimes have balance to it. Ironically, like Unbalanced X Unbalanced. I have romance to action stories I'm going to talk about on here. These are things I would have never talked about in Dr. Dead. I'm more focused on action, thriller, and analytical concepts. And there's going to be times where, as a grown ass adult, I don't want to talk about that shit all day. I want to talk about dumb shit that I like to do and throw some philosophical snip to it, something of value. And we're going to talk about that a lot today. Particularly, we're going to discuss Streamer University. I've been watching a lot of the bigger content creators, and I'm seeing like DDG troll a lot of the Streamer University. I'm seeing Daquan, which shout out to Daquan and DDG, even though I don't fuck with you guys regularly. I appreciate you because there's about 9 content creators that I have outside of Mr. Beast basically be able to take my own spiel that is similar, tweak it, and you can't give me one side. You're guys gonna see a lot in the rest of the year. I'm not gonna be one jack. I'm a jack of all trades content creator going forward, and eventually I'm gonna do some RL shits that is fitting for what I want to do. It'd be something silly like a chess tournament or a gaming tournament live I'm recording and putting on stream, or it could just be simply me out in some big baseball game, similar to like Speed did when he went to FIFA 2026. Which if you're watching FIFA, I missed the game earlier. We may discuss that later so I can catch the highlights, because this is the things that I'm going to be doing on here regularly and putting as a response to it. There's just some days where I work too much. I've worked too much over the last few years, and catching up on the spear of like entertainment content and reviews is impossible. And this is how I use that platform. When I watch other streamers, and for Daquan, it's no disrespect to him and other artists, but they do high end reacts to people that I mentioned, like DDG, Playboy Max right now, Kai, Agent, and it's like RDC, and it's great. I haven't watched RDC in literally almost a year and a half. I want you guys to understand, RDC was like the first like content creator group that made me comfortable making the content that I make. Everybody else that sees the stuff they do, I don't care about the shit they do. Like Avatar is what I seen. That's the shit that I will do on the side randomly once a year or so, eventually. Like skits. I want to do skits. I did skits when I started doing content. It was a TikTok that I did years ago where I'm making jokes and everybody started doing the same thing years later. But it's just One Piece jokes. I prefer doing skits. Like, I'm not going to make a wig like Griffey, but eventually I'm doing skits. I would prefer to do skits once in a while. That's my palette. Skits, music reviews, analytical concepts, versus concepts, horror to movie-based reactions and trailers and everything else you could think of under the sun. Motivational concepts. Motivational concepts to teach the children, even from being a disrespectful douchebag to adults. Like, you can go get this money. You can make 6 figures and work hard, but if you don't want to work hard, stop watching Kai and all these people thinking they don't work hard. I'm going to talk about Ludwig later, who I'm barely a fan of, but his visuals I've seen from him to a lot of creators discussing greatly about how to be a successful content creator is significantly more important than 99% of the content I've seen on Streamer University that was a clip, visually, virtually or not. And I spent a couple hours, like for at least 2-3 days watching. You guys got to understand, these platforms are important. I'm going to mention this a little later when I mention Streamer University, and I'm going to bring up some anime reactions and stuff and my video later. We might game, we might not. Like I said, that's what Kick is for. That's what YouTube is for, my streams. And you guys are going to see me slowly deviate from doing that type of stuff over time, because I'm using my streaming platform as a clip farm, guys. I don't have time to be doing it, but the way I'm so good with my verbiage and my cadence and how much I say comes to life, because what I say is the truth and I don't bullshit. And what I want to inspire people into doing is, don't just open your mouth and talk. Do something and make some change and change your community. And that's whether it be in content or in other people, black creators. I want to continually do that. This is something that I'm going to eventually clip over time as well, like this scene as well, because it's important for everybody to hear how we built this space over the last couple of years. And I'm seeing men do that to the point where they're inspiring me. Young men are inspiring me to stop being a bitch and being pussy about how I want to make content. And I'm no longer going to filter myself in any aspect of my life, no matter what's going on. But let's just kind of jump back. We'll talk about that a little later. But that's what I'm basically going to be making a lot in content. You know, a lot of people got to write scripts and stuff like that. When I do my streams, they're like a podcast in a way, guys. I don't need a script or an outline. I know what I'm doing for the day and how I'm going to do it. And this is why we do it in this format now going forward. Listen, I got video concepts and things I want to do about, like Tyler the Creator, Freddie Gibbs, Obsession, by the way. We may talk about later or another day. Great movie. Weird ending. We'll talk about it another time. And outside of that, Streamer University, we're going to talk about not just that. Maybe we'll talk about Kai's Return. We'll talk about, you know, more black content that has some value and not just stupid stuff. But Adrian Broner, and particularly his return to boxing on Kick, is extremely important to discuss, as well as anime to smaller concepts of videos I'm going to start watch. We got like I'm gonna say it wrong, but like the Glass of God. I've been watching lately. There's an assassin anime. Can't remember off the tone. Akane Banashi, I believe. I'm saying it probably incorrectly. I'm watching that. I've been trying to watch certain stuff, and then eventually I'm gonna watch To Your Eternity. If I don't watch it by or before my birthday, at this point I've waited too long, man. I gotta watch the third season. Even if I don't review it yet, I'll probably do a video on it early next year if I'm not able to watch it the way I wanted to. There's some anime you want to watch with certain people, man, but I'm just I waited long enough. So I am probably gonna watch that and review it. Um, but let's kind of just go over a couple things. So, firstly, we're gonna do Streamer University. We're gonna talk about a couple of vids that I saved over the last. Let me see. I got stuff here that I saved over the last. I got stuff that I saved over the last. Stuff that I saved over the last week. So give me a second because I wanna use this well. So we're gonna watch, and mind you, I'm not the regular type of person that likes to clip farm and stuff. So there's a couple of videos that I put like a month ago that I wanted to watch. So we're gonna go over these. Let me see. That's not it. That's not it. There's a manga I gotta go over that I have that I was looking at. Let's see. I might just say fuck it and just go through the shit that I already had. I had some links, some stuff, but I might just stick to what I already was doing. I should probably do that. Passionate and fair. And I got this damn game. Alright, y'all, give me a second. Because I got a lot of clips to go through. I got a lot of clips to go through, and I sent a lot of links that I want to just start. And what's killing me is that I don't think that. Okay, hold on. This is the first one. It's gotta be. It's not? What the fuck? Alright, hold on. I was organizing shit with the new stuff, but I left some other clips from like a week or two ago, and I cannot. Yeah, I did that. Okay. That's my Street Fighter clips. Sponsorships. That is one of the things I do have to talk about, but let me get my jab on. We got a lot to discuss with Restream University, Adrian Broner, and other stories. I am organized with Adrian Broner and Restream University. I actually even have clips from this morning to tonight, and then I got some that I prepped. Multiple links that I sent in the last 20 hours that I'm gonna do on stream, literally. But I had a bunch of visual clips that I could have sworn I sent to myself, and because I'm not seeing those, we're just gonna go over some of the basis of what I'm doing. So give me a second, and then we'll talk about it. Because I got to go back from like 2 weeks ago. And since there's not many anime stuff to talk about, I'm going to go off my YouTube and stuff. And we'll do that too. I just had to make sure. Because I have this gaming crap. And Jesus, that's my bad. I sent like 15 different clips within the last 20 hours. That throws me off. So that's my bad. Oh, something I was going to talk about is count is gone. Okay, so let's do this. So let's do this, right? We're going to move this, and we're going to put this on this platform. And this is one of the many Streamer University, many Streamer University posts that I want to discuss. And this is Ludwig. And these are going to be short clips. And before I talk about it, I'll make my one little segue here and there, and we'll see what we really talk about. A lot of it has to do with like sponsorships, brand deals, and like I said, before we segue into what the biggest issue is, you know, Playboy Max, I said DDG, and a lot of people from that place, is that low-end content creators and new, and they're basically fucking around. They're not really advertising things of value. Kiara's the only one, God bless you, sweetheart. You're the only one that I can recall. I said I'm getting of a certain age when it comes to some of this stuff, because she's been doing this content shit for almost the last 7+ years as a cosplayer, from Vader to advocated from like people like Heavenly Controller, even if he's not an advocated person in a black social to content creation space anymore. Griffey's also advertiser as well, and unfortunately, Griffey's also somebody that I don't really associate with in that space either. Unfortunately, I don't really associate with most of those people anymore, which is unfortunate. But it's not like it's none of my friends, something like that. There's some people that they stay friends and shit, and they can't fuck with them. I could give a fuck less. So we're gonna do a couple of these responses to the Streamer University really quick, and then I'm gonna jump into some full-fledged videos I believe that I had. So I think we can't even do this without log into this shit. So let's do this in the opposite way. Oh no. Oh, I'm stupid. I had it on the wrong page. That's fine. Okay.
Well, good news for me. How much I made? How did I pay for all of that? Well, good news for me. Merch sales. I got $7,800. Wow. Not bad. YouTube. That's just the YouTube revenue. This includes YouTube live streams, shorts, and videos. 270,000. Twitch gonna be smaller for me, guys. I do not make as much on Twitch. 57,000. I only run about 6 minutes of ads an hour. I have 9,500 subs. That's about what you make for that. The biggest bulk of my money, though, I made a pivot in my life. I decided I wanted to stop being viewer funded. All right, I did a subathon. I had the most subs any streamer did. I had like an average of 20, 30,000 subscribers. I ran a higher density of ads. And then I said, you know what? I don't feel good as a multimillionaire getting these people to pay me money. I didn't like getting 100 gifts. It made me feel weird. I'm going to start pivoting to get most of my bread from sponsors. That's the biggest cut of this. Okay, I'm a Rebel athlete. I have an AT&T sponsorship, and I also have I made. How did I pay for all of that? Well, good news for me. Merch sales. I got $7,800. Wow. Not bad. YouTube. That's just the YouTube revenue. This includes YouTube live streams, shorts, and videos. 270,000. Twitch gonna be smaller for me, guys. I do not make as much on Twitch. 57,000. I only run about 6 minutes of ads an hour. I have 9,500 subs. That's about what you make for that. The biggest bulk of my money, though, I made a pivot in my life. I decided I wanted to stop being viewer funded. All right, I did a subathon. I had the most subs any streamer did. I had like an average of 20, 30,000 subscribers. I ran a higher density of ads. And then I said, you know what? I don't feel good as a multimillionaire getting these people to pay me money. I didn't like getting 100 gifts. It made me feel weird. I'm going to start pivoting to get most of my bread from sponsors. That's the biggest cut of this.
Okay. So one of the things you're going to learn, one of the things you guys are going to learn about me when it comes to content in this space is like, guys, I'm not going to be fake. I'm not going to watch a 2-hour video to show you guys the same shit that we're all looking at. I'm not going to fake watch a video, not care about the creator. I'm going to watch Ludwig personally and not have you sit and watch 2 hours of a video you won't watch. Let's not lie to each other. That's not what's going to happen. You're not going to watch a 2-hour video on Ludwig. You're going to watch a 30-minute to a 2-minute segment at best. Even if you're on a big streaming platform, outside of certain things that I like to do, like battle rap or MMA or something. Here's the thing. Ludwig is talking about something fairly important that all content creators understand. Look at these figures. These figures are very important. Out of everything I'm going to talk about when it comes to Streaming University that he brings up,
okay,
Walter that he is going to discuss, that he already discussed here, is brand deals. He talks about sponsorships. I stopped right here for a reason. I have been someone that just started taking it seriously. If you're not paying attention to Twitch as a platform, YouTube as a platform, and trying to figure out how to make merch and sponsorship deals, you're not really making any successful money. This is a streamer that I don't give a flying fuck about personally, and I'm going to check him out because he's advocating something of high-end value. Telling you how to make monetary income. He became, off this statement alone, more valuable than 90% of even black content creators, and they're not going to like me saying this. Kai is not one of those people, unfortunately, because Kai's done this before. When you're a creator, no matter what your race is, and you're not talking about how you making money on YouTube, how you making money on Twitch, how you making money in sponsorships, how you're not making money in merch, how are we supposed to all survive in this economy? We're not going to survive doing it. There has to be some value in making it a secondary, passive, or fourth form of income. Whether it be you have your 9 to 5 like I have, and your secondary and your third forms of income as well. That's extremely important and imperative when it comes to creating something of high in value. It's different, however, when you're trying to create separate statements and building in this space. It's important. The most important thing in terms of value, is making sure your content has a stability, long-staying power. And in the meantime, sponsorships, it's black and white, 800,000. Sure, he may be Caucasian, but I'm sure there's plenty of high-end black content creators and streamers that make, if they pay attention, significantly more money than this. Why is he the only one doing the figures and splitting them up this way? Why are they only ones? They're the only ones making it look like this. Why are they the only ones? You know the answer. Why? I don't have to go into detail about it, but it's important that we stop just talking about these things. Stop making stupid podcasts that have no value and talking about relationships. Stop making it all about women. I appreciate beans. I'm gonna put beans on here soon. I'm not just gonna be advertising these people for no reason. I'm putting people that I fuck with and they talk about something of high end value. I'm a high end value man. Why do I want to talk about content without high end value to it? I want content that's gonna teach the children how to make money. I want content to teach children how to get out of bed and go to work. I want content to teach the youth and the adults how to go get bread, whether they're depressed or not. And if they have mental health problems, they go get the mental health services they need instead of lying about it and faking it and being lazy in their workspace and their personal life, having no social or personal interaction. Creating strength in your home and your space is the most imperative in life. You can't stop someone from doing well in life. And you can't stop someone from being successful. That's the most important thing when it comes to this. Giving someone strength and giving someone foundation when it comes to having a high level of accessibility, adaptability, accountability, and compassion for others in education. And that's the value of my content, outside of humor and being a douche once in a while. Very spot on. I'm going to put a couple of these up, but that's the most important portion of this we discussed. Unfortunately. We'll talk about the rest later. I wish I could put up the DDG prank shit, but it's so stupid. I don't feel like it's worth putting up. Give me 1 second. I'm setting up the next string of stuff. We got Shimmer University clips. Like I said, we got Dean. Oh, Ryan Garcia. I'm gonna clip that one. We gonna have a fun conversation about Ryan Garcia. We might have some runaway stuff at the end here, but I'm gonna promote my boys app too at the end of this when I get a chance. I wanted to look at it, but we might just take a second to step back so I can promote it. In terms of any segue, which shout out to all my guys, whether they see this or not. I appreciate you. Remy was good. I'm gonna drink water eventually, but I love you. I love you, Rem. Wagwan. Wagwan as always. Wagwan. You already know. So let's kind of jump back, right? So what I was talking about before, we're gonna make very important to discuss. Let me just leave these back, because some of these, let's see, Ludwig is talking about how he wanted to, okay, that's perfect. Million people.
That's on Twitch too, right? This way.
And that guy is better than 6.24 million. Top 10,000. And how much is he making? 3,000. 3,000. He's making about 40K a year, right? Roughly 40K a year. And that's top 10,000 in the world.
It's a good class.
Okay? The numbers aren't wrong. People trick you. They say stream makes a lot of money. It does.
Right.
For me. But this whole streaming system is rich gets richer.
The top makes a fuck ton. When a sponsor wants to do a deal, are they going to small streamers? No. They're trying to hit a buy show speed, and they go, that's out of our budget. Then they go down the list. They go down the list until eventually they're stuck with me. Alright? So I just need you guys to internalize this. I'm going to ask you one more time. Do you want to be a streamer? Are you happy with the lifestyle? Let's say for the rest of your life. 2 million people.
That's on Twitch too, right? This way.
And that guy is better than 6.24 million. Top 10,000. And how much is he making? 3,000. 3,000. They're making about 40K a year, right? Roughly 40K a year. And that's top 10,000 in the world.
It's a good class.
Okay? The numbers aren't wrong. People trick you. They say stream makes a lot of money. It does. Right. For me. But this whole streaming system is rich gets richer. The top makes a fuck ton. When a sponsor wants to do a deal, are they going to small streamers? No. They're trying to hit a buy show speed, and they go, that's out of our budget. Then they go down the list. They go down the list until eventually they're stuck with me. Alright? So I just need you guys to internalize this. I'm going to ask you one more time. Do you want to be a streamer? Are you happy with the lifestyle? Let's say for the rest of your life. 2 million people.
That's on Twitch too, right? This way.
And that guy is better than 6.24. June. June. Payroll, $225,000. That is for the 50 employees that I have. Next, travel, $55,000. That's a higher number than normal. I ran an event. I had to fly a bunch of streamers out. That's that travel expense. Next up, events. That is the production of the event. Nice. Next, marketing. Again, similar for the event. It's another $10,000. Final total for the month of June is just the expenses, what I spent. $359,000.
Wow.
This was just for the month of June, yes. Question?
That's exactly what 9 to 5 making a year.
That is way more than most 9 to 5 makers a year. Yeah. Alright, now's the focus. This is just the month of June. Everything here is for the month of June. Payroll, $225,000. That is for the 50 employees that I have. Next, travel. $55,000. That's a higher number than normal. I ran an event. I had to fly a bunch of streamers out. That's that travel expense. Next up, events. That is the production of the event. Nice. Next, marketing. Again, similar for the event. It's another $10,000. Final total for the month of June is just the expenses, what I spent. $359,000.
Wow.
This was just for the month of June, yes. Question?
That's exactly what 9 to 5 making a year.
That is way more than most 9 to 5 makers a year. Yeah. Alright, now's the focus. This is just the month of June. Everything here is for the month of June.
Alright, so let's discuss something fairly important here. Alright? So the most important thing about what Ludwig said, right? The most important thing that Ludwig said there was about expenses, the money that you make in a year. And most of you have not made 6 figures in a year. Americans lie about the American dream every day. Most white Americans, most Black Americans, most Indian Americans, and Asian Americans and Spanish Americans have never made 6 figures in a year. Native Americans that are in a small marginal percent have never made 6 figures in a year. You will watch people fix their lips and their mouth about your living space and your personal life and their statements about things. They've never done marketing. They never managed another person. They never handled someone's finances. They never paid their bills. They've never dealt with anything. They lie about their debt. 99% of Americans are in more than $200,000 in debt due to college alone, and they will fix their mouth about somebody else. I could be transparent and I say I literally owe less than a third of that. Hear what I just said. Majority of Americans owe more than 6 figures of debts just from college alone. Not about real life. Most Americans in their 30s already owe more than $300,000 in their back just from their kids, their personal life. And they will fix their lips, have known that they've never made more than 6 figures in their life. Known that they've never worked a hard day in their life. There are Caribbean Americans, Nigerians, Indians, Asian Americans, Spanish Americans that work harder than white and unfortunately Black American people. And they will fix their mouth to talk about them. They work 16 hours, 20 hours a day, like I have, and have never done that in their life. And will talk about you or your family and other things and never worked hard a day in their life. They don't know nothing about working hard. Ain't nobody that doesn't work hard that's seen my streams and my content don't know about this work. This is a genuine and honest statement that I'm saying that I can relate to and others can relate to. There's working hard, there's working smart. And there's lying about the shortcomings and failures of life. You can't be successful without failure. You will never be successful without failure. If you lie about it, you've never been successful. You can't name one nigga that never failed in life that wasn't successful. Because he tried. He kept trying and he kept trying and he kept trying. You niggas aren't trying and you're not listening. The premise of what I'm saying is, Ludwig discussed it fairly clearly. If you're a man that wants to make high on his bankroll, high in terms of content creation, high in terms of consistency, and we're going to use the other one, I think her name is Sienna, we'll talk about it in a second. If you want to keep making money on the high-end spectrum, you have to be consistent. You have to stop pretending there is less value in working hard. That is the downfall of today's society in 2026. There is no working smart and not working hard. It doesn't exist. You want to be a millionaire? You have to work hard. How can you say that people don't work hard and a nigga like NBA Youngboy drops 3 mixtapes a year? He might say, bitch, but he still drops 3 mixtapes a year. He might be unreasonable and beef with Future, but he still drops 3 mixtapes a fucking year, basically. He's only 26 and he works harder than most of you young niggas. He's an entertainer that works harder than most people. Stop acting like music, entertainment, content creation, things that are in art, music, acting. They're just basic things you could just pull out of your ass. We focus on lighting. We focus on production. We focus on entertaining. We focus on how we're going to act. We focus on what we're going to say. We're focused on how it's presented visually. It's directed. It's not easy. Telling the kids they're going to do it easily and intelligently is a lie. Artificial intelligence isn't going to change that. It's only going to replace you people that think it's easy. But you got to stop telling the youth that shit. But Ludwig literally is telling you it's not easy, but if you market your profits, you market your advertising, correct myself, you market your content, you market how you profit, and you market how you sponsor yourself and advocate yourself as an image or an icon in multiple aspects, you're going to continually do well no matter what somebody tries to do, say, or make in regards to you. You're going to constantly do well. Just stay focused. Continue to grind. But be intelligent about it. Work hard and work smart. That's the only way. Both. There is no successful way to do good without failing. And there's no successful way to live without working intelligently. And that's, like I said, we got gold on this bitch because we clipping the. We got a lot of clips, man. I'm telling you, we're not playing. So we don't got no. This is something that is easy to do, but in hindsight, like we gotta understand, we gotta to build something of value. We gotta show it. I got another example. Sin has her name. There you go. with a content creator I don't watch, and she does something fairly similar to what I was saying, where it's again content where we are. Here, I'll show you.
2K, whatever. Yo, I did that collab with Agent. Changed my life. Agent is one of my best friends, by the way. I love Agent. And like, in saying that, I collabed with him, and from there, I met Ray. I met Kai. I met everyone. And I kept meeting all these people that I'm still friends with to this day, okay? Not only did I make friends and make networking connections, I grew. And we all grew. You know what I mean? It was amazing. Agent and I did our Zombies marathon. We both hit sub-records. Records that him and I had never broken. It wasn't a one-way street, okay? The reason I bring that up is because leeching is a term that I think has ruined streaming. Genuinely, I think it has. Because y'all are so scared to like interact with one another, and you don't want to like piss each other off, and you don't want to, oh my God, I don't want to go bother Ron because I'm like, he's doing a bit and da-da-da. And it will ruin your time here. Because that's what this is for. This is not time for like comfortable. You know what I mean?
Okay. So here is something fairly important from what I'm talking about here, which again is the same thing that I was saying before. You step on your brother, you step on your sister, you have nothing to step on. You can't network, you can't build. I don't pay attention to anything that Senna says in life and content, whatever. All I know is what she said that was fairly important. She made content with agents that increased her subscriptions. It increased her value in the content space. It increased her revenue in other ways she may or may not have said in terms of sponsors and advertisement, guys. She made content with the nigga and she became more profitable, marketable, in a way that made her living situation better. But if Senna was lying about someone, talking bad about someone, making up stories about other people, creating false identities for other people, destroying bridges regularly and not doing the right thing compassionately, regularly, and trying to make a good and high-end good working situation, she would not do well in this space. That's how you're successful. You don't burn bridges, you build them, and you help people come up. You don't break people down, you bring them up. That's the premise of what I've been saying. She wouldn't be successful. Agent would. He didn't need it. But I'm sure he's had his day too. I don't watch all his old stuff. I'm sure somebody can give me a very good example of Agent back in the day where he had another high-end content creator he made content with. I forgot that Big Boy is made that podcast used to do. Even he has had his moment where he has made relationships, money, investments, way to do Twitter. Even when I started to consistently do stuff like this, he's somebody whose podcast I watch, he's talking about, rarely brings up he does 2K streams on those. He's talking about relationships, money, the black space, reacting to videos such as this, but giving you a very similar philosophical cadence and correspondence to the real way we solve a problem with human beings and having a level of compassion that others don't have. He's like one of the few content creators I could say, even though he used to be like big, I'm saying he has a very similar cadence and perspectives on children, adults, life, social relationships. We got to do better and treat each other with respect while at the same time build each other up and stop playing these little games and destroying each other and try to help one another to be successful. And that is literally what she said he did with her. Bottom line. Now, this one is long, and I don't know if I'm going to do this one because Ludwig says like some conflicting statements. On one end, he says the clip farm, and on the other end, he says do not, which is why it's kind of funny. But I'm going to watch a portion of this because it's still important. Because that's conflicting, but like I said, I'm somebody that's going to tell y'all, I'm not watching his shit for 8 hours. There's certain people I watch for that long. I'm not watching that shit for 8 no fucking hours. You talking about how
For all of that. Well, good news for me. Merch sales. I got $7,800.
Wow.
Not bad. YouTube.
We ain't seen that one. Hold up.
Biggest streamer on Twitch. I also stream on YouTube. It doesn't include that, but I'm like maybe top 100. I'm somewhere in there, right? These are my metrics. If they line up with yours, okay, then your revenue will probably be similar to mine. I don't stream nearly as much as some other guys. I have 9,500 subs. All right. For me specifically, okay, we're gonna go through some expenses that I have. Here's my expenses. This is just the month of June. Everything here is for the month of June. Payroll, $225,000. That is for the top 0.5%. They stream 130 hours. Their sub count is 1,600. And if you go to Twitch Tracker, you guys can all do this later, by the way. TwitchTracker.com. Look up your Twitch channel name. They will tell you what number you are. If your number is lower, they might tell you what percentile you are in. Okay, top 0.5%, top 0.4%, whatever. Anyway, this is a real person who is in the top 1,000. They're not exactly 1,000, but they're close to it. This is all of their viewership. All right, how much do they make? How much does a top 1,000 streamer get? Sponsorships, $0. Asked them why. They said they think their agency's ass. They haven't had a deal. Okay, it's a much different number. YouTube, 150. Only 150. They're not posting really long form videos. They're mostly doing shorts. There's not a lot of revenue coming from the YouTube. They're more of a streamer than a creator with multiple verticals. All right, Twitch, 10,000. That's a good amount of money. That's comparable to what I'm making. I'm making 10,000 as well. All right? And if you go back to the hours a week, that was your question. They stream 130 hours. 130 hours.
A week or month?
For the month, this is all the month of June. So in total, this top 1,000 streamer made $10,250. That's a good amount of money, right? You make $100K a year being a streamer. That's not bad. All right. Well, let's go one further. Let's go to top 10,000, Mr. 10,000. This streamer is a variety streamer. It's a real person. It's real stats.com. Look up your Twitch channel name. They will tell you what number you are. If your number is lower, they might tell you what percentile you are in. Okay, top 0.5%, top 0.4%, whatever. Anyway, this is a real person who is in the top 1,000. They're not exactly 1,000, but they're close to it. This is all of their viewership. All right, how much do they make? How much does a top 1,000 streamer get? Sponsorships, $0. Asked them why. They said they think their agency's ass. They haven't had a deal. Okay, it's a much different number. YouTube, 150. Only 150. They're not posting really long form videos. They're mostly doing shorts. There's not a lot of revenue coming from the YouTube. They're more of a streamer than a creator with multiple verticals. All right, Twitch, 10,000. That's a good amount of money. That's comparable to what I'm making. I'm making 10,000 as well. All right? And if you go back to the hours a week, that was your question. They stream 130 hours. 130 hours.
A week or month?
For the month, this is all the month of June. So in total, this top 1,000 streamer made $10,250. That's a good amount of money, right? You make $100K a year being a streamer. That's not bad. All right. Well, let's go one further. Let's go to top 10,000, Mr. 10,000. This streamer is a variety streamer. It's a real person. It's real stats. They average 150 viewers. Maybe some of you in this room average a similar amount. They streamed 180 hours, the most of me or top 1,000. That's their sub count. That's how many years they've been doing it. All right, let's check the revenue for June. Sponsorship, 700. They actually made some efforts to get a deal. That makes sense. They've been doing it 6 years. They have better relationships to get sponsors. YouTube, $0. They have no YouTube presence at all.
That's not good, man.
Twitch, $3,000. Grand total, $3,700. All right? Now, I need you to put this into perspective. That is a top 10,000 streamer in the world.
Right.
That is not a small streamer. That is a big streamer. How many streamers are there in the world? Anyone have a guess?
100,000.
Someone give me a guess. 100,000.
Million.
Just in the month of June, how many people went live?
5 million.
Just on Twitch. 5 million?
5 mil.
It's not a bad guess, Jason. You're wrong.
Oh my God.
6.2 million people.
That's on Twitch too, right?
On Twitch?
And that guy is better than 6.24 million. Top 10,000. And how much is he making? 3,000.
700.
3,000. They're making about 40K a year, right? Roughly 40K a year. And that's top 10,000 in the world. Okay? The numbers aren't wrong. People trick you. They say stream makes a lot of money. It does.
Right.
For me. But this whole streaming system is rich gets richer. Is all of their
Now, here's what the most important thing that I want you to understand from that video alone is that the concepts of a clip farm isn't what you think it is. It's simply stay within your niche. Stay within the realm of what you're doing. So I could sit here right now and I could record Baki, a horror movie, a movie in general, motivational speak like I've been doing versus concept, anime, horror, music. That's my sphere of knowledge. I can make any of these things do well or in a short, basic way, in the way that I want to do it. Others can't do the same. Others cannot do the same thing. You cannot just build a niche off nothing. You have to have something consistent. You can react to clips all day, but if these clips aren't based off your niche, something you valuably enjoy, you can discuss in high-end detail, or even if it was just a joke or two, your value is comedy, then you have something to go off of. If I can't make a vulgar or dark humor-ass joke about, like, how somebody's relative is dead, or, like, I'm being very serious, by the way, or your favorite artist is a freak, then there's no longer a place for me in your space. You shouldn't be on my platform. Bye. Bye. This is nuance, guys. There's just so many layers to this shit. If you think it's gonna be one layer shop that works for only a certain type of content creator, jumping around, being a jester, and it's okay. Some people like to do that shit. It's okay. It's not for me. Some people like that jester clown shit. I'm not a clown. Some people like being a clown. I'm not. And some people have a audience and base for clown shit. They like seeing clown shit. Some people like seeing an educator. Some people like seeing a jock. Some people like seeing someone that is skillful at something, like a game. It all has value as long as you make sure that value is consistent what you enjoy. And that's why a lot of us stop watching our favorite creators, because I'll give you an example. Long Beach Griffin. I like Griffin. I don't like his humor anymore. Like, I mentioned another streamer in here earlier. I enjoy them. They don't make humorous jokes and skits anymore. I like skits. I like jokes. I don't like your jokes anymore. It's not you. I just outgrown it. Comedy's not the same as other forms of content. If you're not funny and you no longer funny, I move on from you. That's what I do with comedy. Comedy's not the same as politics and reacting to something random. Comedy is like, you're funny today. You're funny tomorrow. You're always funny. But it fades. Comedy fades over time. Comedy has a weakness that other forms of entertainment does not have. If you're no longer funny to someone for some base concept, like Dave Chappelle, there's a little joke thing I seen where he jumps on a random thing with Usher and it's funny. It looks like an SNL skit. Ain't no other nigga could do that with a bottle or a drink in his hand. I'ma laugh at that shit. Can anybody else? Tracy Morgan with his fat ass? Tracy Morgan doing that shit? Ain't nobody surprised by Tracy doing that? Martin doing that shit? I mean, kinda. Most comedians I'm not surprised by. Just, I don't care. Dave is funny because it's fucking Dave. Dave is a different type of comedian. Dave is everybody's dad and uncle try to teach you a life lesson, then talk shit about you like literally 5 seconds later. Dave's become that uncle, unfortunately. Hell, one minute tell you. My son got beat up at school, and he didn't take this whooping at home, so he deserved that beating. 2 minutes later, go, and that's why I whooped his ass because he lost that fight. Like, that's how he is. It's not even like a real joke. It's just, you watch someone in terms of art. Art is one thing, but imitation is the easiest way to show flattery, right? We all do this. Comedy is the same thing, and to a point, you see comics do it, but when they stop evolving it to their own lane into an evolved version of something of value, it defeats the purpose. Hold on 1 second. I'll be right back. All right, we're hitting the hour mark, so I think we're gonna do one more streamer class thing. But I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I think I'm gonna just go to Adrian Broner because this is important to me in a different way. Because we're doing short clips, guys. Like I said again, because I don't have time to watch these full videos. We might skim through a couple. I see a clip or two. Don't get comfortable, because I don't like to watch these things in full. But We'll do it another way. Hold on. Let's see. So.
No, you ain't. Want that smoke? I'm gonna get you out of here, man. Say less. Wow. Ooh. Give me that. No, you ain't. Want that smoke? Give me that. Yeah. I'm about to crash out.
Now. I already watched this shit, so sometimes my reaction is gonna be based off something that I've seen already. Other times it's gonna be raw, like I'm just seeing it. Most of the time, you're not getting raw reactions; you're getting my raw response to them after I've seen them already. Nigga, Ryan Garcia called people the N-word publicly and privately. Hold on 1 second.
Again.
Look at this. Look at this.
It's not for real though.
I got you, baby. That reflex is.
Now, let me tell you something. In the video, Ryan is literally like making it obvious. He's making it obvious that you don't play with him. You don't get up in his face. You can't even create a fallacy for how high-end quality Dean the Great and Adrian Broner's content is. So this, before we go into Ryan Garcia talking to people and calling them, and let's first of all, round of applause for Broner. No longer fucking with these hoes. These little stupid ass music videos, I ain't mad at them. They're funny. That's what I care about. They're funny as shit. Who's DDG? As the only one I'm gonna watch, but that shit had me laughing. I don't know if he was in the studio. He just was in the stream, nigga. That shit was funny. He's one of the only funny young niggas that I will back and forth watch Once to the Blue Moon, even though he's a high-end content creator. He started in the prank space. People don't know about that. He's been doing it since if not onward, from 2016. He was a young bull just randomly doing shit. Now he making music, fucking with these young women. I ain't gonna say the word. I was gonna say hoes, but I don't want to call young women that. I'm sorry. If you're over 30, I'll call you that. If you is. Every other time I've been watching his streams the last week or two, he's not doing the same shit he would have did regardless of Dean being in the room. That's what most of it was, Dean recording the nigga, really. Fuck with high profile models and hoes, front and back end, trolling about it or not. Little stories. I mean, these stories, they look fake, but I ain't gonna lie. Broner kind of bipolar when it comes to relationships, so it's kind of realistic for him to fuck this streaming shit and then see the check and be like, never mind, nigga, my fault. Like most men, really. He just went from being very unpolished, irresponsible, to responsible, polished, respectful, consistent. And it might not last after a fight, but this is the Broner young and older men want to see. He's still a world-class boxer, even though he makes everything a joke. Even if he's not Tank, I'm gonna do Gervonta Davis. It's just, even if he's not him, even if he's not, Wilder, even if he's not Floyd Mayweather, he's still a world-class boxer. It don't matter how funny the nigga is. He's still a world-class boxer. Oh, he fat. I want you to press the nigga in person. Talk shit about the nigga. Fuck online. Talk shit about the nigga in person, in his face. While he's drunk, too, matter of fact. Have you ever tried to fight a drunk boxer in life? Oh, it does the senses, nigga. That just... No matter what reason he want to give you, nigga, he trying to throw that killing instinct so he don't kill you. That's all that is, a lot of times. I'm not speaking for Broner personally. A lot of boxers have a killing instinct. Watch Mike Tyson's, streams on the shit. Mike Tyson said it himself. He has a killer instinct. And when he smokes, it's the only time he don't want to hurt somebody. When Mike Tyson told in the hot boxing with Mike Tyson, another fighter, MMA fighter, the same thing. He was like, to me, you're another tiger in the ring with me. We're sitting here talking, and I can't smoke no more. I don't. There's podcasts where Mike got out the room because he don't look at another man like another man. Look at another man as a nigga he will fight in the ring, and he had to tell these niggas to leave the space with him. Like a nigga coming out the cell, like, nah, you can't be in here with me. 20 minutes in, you can't, I'm out. It don't got nothing to do with the nigga said. He don't like the nigga energy. He just want to fight him. In the ring right now, he said it himself. Pure animal instinct as a man. He was just born with it. And then sometimes, if you don't smoke weed, it don't matter who you is. He want to hurt you. It's the scariest shit Mike Tyson has said in general. He in his 50s, and I don't give a fuck what happened in that fight, nigga. If you sitting in the room chilling, Mike smoking weed, he go, Dad, I just want to hurt you. It's not just because of what you said, it's because how you coming off. I'm not comfortable no more. I'm getting the fuck up. Like, okay. Seriously. Like, there are men like that. It doesn't have to be mixed martial arts, boxing. You don't have to be in the streets. There are men like that. Something you said is not only doesn't make me feel comfortable, I want to hurt you. You need to get up, nigga. I'm now sizing you up, and I'm trying to decide whether I should hurt you or you should leave my space before I go to jail for hurting you. That's what it is to meet a man, but a man that's always in competition to better himself, whether it be in, unfortunately, violence like these men in sports combat, or simply in education and finance, physical assets and or growth in life. That's what it means to be a man. But some men are men in combats. And that is what Ryan Garcia and Broner should be here. And I appreciate Broner for doing what he's been doing, even if it doesn't seem like it's for the youth. They will and are going to learn something that actually care about boxing in some form. It is the most important type of high-profile streams to watch if you're interested in boxing or real streamers doing something of value instead of making jokes, playing games, or doing something silly. And it's not a knock on Streamer University. It's just a knock on the forms of content creation, which I will discuss at the end of today's stream or not, almost before it's over. So, the biggest thing here is this. Ryan Garcia is a boxer that flat out, I don't care what context he said it and how he did it. He said the N-word. And the only people that should be saying the N-word respectfully are black men or women. In any context, shape, way, or form, you can say it. I can say it. What the fuck are you going to do about it? Because if I say it, there's a real reason why I said it to you and what it is about. You're clearly not a good person, and you're clearly the bottomest, lowest of the low kind of man to the point where you fit the epitome of the racial stereotype of said word. You're sure as fuck not a good human being. And I shouldn't even use it. If I use that word, it is literally because you are that word. It's a painful word. It's an evil word. It's a demonic word. And it's a word no one should be using but us, actually. And if I've used it, what are you going to do about it? Because I called you it. What did you do to me? If I called you that, what did you do to me? Why would a black man call you that shit in any shape, way, or form? Not a troll like Tyler the Creator, a black man such as myself. Why would I call you this unless you did something to me, personally? Whether it be family, friends, my life, my money, my assets. What did you do to me personally for me to say that shit? And I dare someone that hasn't had their assets, their living situation, their family, or their personal livelihood, their mental health dwindled and attacked on a regular basis tell you how you should not act, how you should not speak. How dare you tell me? I will say, act, and feel however I want to feel when somebody demonically tries to dwindle, destroy my name, my body, my mind, and my spirits. No man could tell me how I should feel, think, in whatever shape, way, or form, especially as a black man. You leave your house but it's still a very powerful word. What makes a man like Ryan Garcia say this word, and you don't say nothing about it? But if a white man says something to you about it, you don't say nothing. You don't do shit. If I say something to you about it as a black man, you don't say nothing, but you do other things to hide behind it because you pussy still in the same spectrum. But Ryan Garcia said it. So what's that mean? I made the comparison for a reason. Safe. You feel safe. Because you know these people aren't going to go to arm's length to hurt, to disarm, and to break you to pieces. And I'll tell you straight up, I'm not the one to fuck with in person and or private. Get that shit out your head. And it may have been a time ago, that don't exist. That does not exist. You don't play with me. I don't give a fuck who you is. But with Garcia, he is a boxer. A Spanish boxer. He's not black. He's not partially nothing. He's saying that shit like he rolled off the tongue. And he said quite clearly, what the fuck are you gonna do about it? And he's Spanish. In the full clip of this video that I won't show you, he said quite clearly to multiple men. Actually, no, let me rephrase that. Ryan Garcia didn't say anything to multiple men. He just came in and boxed. There ain't one person, young or old, that don't know he went on social media and called them the N-word. 99% of that room is black. I watched the whole hour video, Ryan Garcia and Adrian Broner, and I don't recall not one word about him saying the N-word. Oh, he was on drugs. I don't care about that. Ryan Garcia said the N-word, and there's no black man in that room, even Adrian Broner, which he's the only one. Adrian Broner's the only one that shouldn't say nothing. Because he has a legal obligation and contract to behave in front of the nigga unless it's in the ring. He at least gets to hurt the nigga. Not one person said, hey, you're a world-class boxer. There's a reason. Clearly, I just answered it. He's a world-class boxer. You're not going to tell a Latino, an Asian man like Pacquiao, or Floyd Mayweather, whether he was rude to your mother, whether he was racist, or he fucked with your girlfriend or your sister or whoever. You won't tell him nothing. Because you know if he don't kill you, he got a killer on the side with him because he said that for a reason. If you think he don't got somebody Spanish that's going to check you just because he said something stupid because he feed the bag to that man, you lost your mind. If you think Broner don't got situations where he could have fought you, and instead he decided to take this elsewhere. That is the power of boxing. Mike Tyson is so powerful in his privacy, even though he said that, even though Mike Tyson said certain things in a certain era, where they said he had sexual assault charges and all this other stuff, and he's accused of, well, you guys know the rest of that. He put his arm around some of the biggest drug dealers in New York State in the 90s. I want you to understand what I'm talking about. Black men know exactly what I'm talking about. It don't matter what you said about Mike. It don't matter what you said about his family or nothing. The minute Mike put his arm around you, you didn't do nothing. Mike Tyson made some of the strongest, most evil black men look bitch made in public and private. Mike will sit down in a club with niggas. Put his arm around you. And those men would sit and behave and do whatever the fuck Mike told you to do. Some of them had shooters, some had killers. It doesn't matter if Mike had it. It's not about Mike Tyson's status. Not about the power and the money that he had. It's about the fact that as a black man, he was a boxer, he's a fighter, he's one of the strongest fighters, heavyweight, undisputed champions, world champions. And if you was in the wrong position without any other person, he could eat you alive like a tiger. some of the most evilest drug dealers in New York State Mike may look like bitches. I'm not even gonna name those people. These are things that you can look up on like online photos, all that stuff. This is things that are fairly common. If you don't know this shit, ask your OG, ask your mama, nigga. We know. Mike has been in my city multiple times. Shit, he was in my city recently. I'm not shy about it. I brought it up multiple times. My father's met Mike. Mike is not someone that is not shy to be in New York State for a reason. Mike Tyson is a monster. Adrian Broner is a monster. Ryan Garcia is a monster. You don't fuck with people that live to defend, hurt, or protect their family for a living. They not built like you. You not built like them. Don't pretend to be. It's just unfortunate and it's funny. It's funny a little bit because we could talk all this shit all day. But when Ryan came out, I don't think he had security. He had a young gun or two with him, but I don't think he had security with him. I don't think Ryan Garcia had really people with him. I don't think he had anybody really with no guns with him like that. I think when he went home, he said that word again to somebody else. Maybe a female that still let him the fuck anyway because he's Ryan Garcia. All I'm saying is this. If Ryan Garcia could say what he wants and you won't do something, doesn't that show you how powerful a word is? The value of a word, the value of strength, and the value of a man that could do anything and any which thing to you, no matter what he says. And it's 2026. He made a bunch of black men stronger, not look weak as shit. That's the only downside that I had to watching these. I love all these, but the minute I seen Ryan, I was like, oh shit. I'm not really finicky, but like Ryan called black people the N-word on multiple tirades on social media, publicly and privately. And it took him how long to apologize? Like a month? It wasn't a public apology, nigga. It was on social media, man. Nobody want to hear no social media apology. You have to apologize to people in public and private about these type of things. And don't pretend it's normal. We seem to be scared to have these real conversations in public and in private. It's wrong. Violence don't have to always be the answer. But shit, if a nigga just gotta be strong as fuck, it's to the point where if you don't like how you respond, he gonna beat the shit out you. So let's take this private ass apology to where we at. Cause back in the day, niggas would have still got their ass whooped anyway, but at least they would have kept their dignity. It's a shame, that's all. No one's stupid for not fucking with Ryan Garcia. That's all I'm saying. It's just all this talk I was seeing on social media, public and private, in the streets, off the streets. Same states as well that Broner's in. These same people from his camp ain't doing nothing either. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, the cameras is on and all that. Nikolai said the cameras is off. That's all I wanted to say.
Still been working, baby.
They are.
I didn't see you.
I'm not even released that against you.
Alright, you gonna need this.
You
gonna need it. Hey, as long as them punches keep throwing, it'll be a good fight. The moment they stop, I'm on you.
They're never gonna
The
stop.
moment those hands stop, I get you. And I get you out of there.
Bow!
Bow!
I'll get you out of there. I'll drop you, I'll get you out of there.
Bet you won't. Hey, you remember the last person you fucked? I'm on you. If I hit the good one on you,
No.
it's raps.
No. You just fall. You don't even you just fall.
Hey, but I get right back up though.
No. Nah, hell no, I ain't ever been like that.
The only
You ain't
time I
got
said
hit
was
by
about
me, game. I'm gonna get you out of there,
Say
game.
left.
Wow.
Bow. Ooh. Give me that. No, you ain't. Want that smoke. Give me that. Yeah. I'm gonna crash out again.
Fight for real, Raz.
It's not for real though.
I got you. That reflexes better still be working, baby.
They are.
I didn't see you.
I'm not even released that against you.
Alright, you gonna need this.
You
gonna need it. Hey, as long as them punches keep throwing, it'll be a good fight. The moment they stop, I'm on you.
They're never gonna
The
stop.
moment those hands stop, I get you. And I get you out of there.
Bow!
Bow!
I'll get you out of there. I'll drop you, I'll get you out of there.
Bet you won't. You remember the last person you fucked? I'm on you. If I hit the good one on you,
No.
it's raps.
No.
Understand that you can make mistakes and you can fix these things in your life, but we can't sit and pretend that we're good, better, or not stronger as people just because we let people do certain things and pretend it has less value or more value than it does not. It does not have more value just because you let it happen. It means that you don't have much value. You're not a good person. You're not someone that I need to see regularly. You're not someone that I need in my life. You're not someone that I want to see. And I think we have to just like a catch-22 here. We got to start being honest with each other. That there's some things that you can't come back from, but you can't pretend to respect people you don't respect. You can't lie and build respect off nothing. You can't build truth off a lie. You can die on a lie, but you won't. No one's going to respect you. Maybe not in public, but in private, no one respects you. I would rather be respected in private than in public because of my goodwill, my good faith, my honesty, my transparency. I'm not fake around nobody. I don't gotta fake nothing. I would rather be hated than loved. I would rather be respected than literally feared. Fear ain't respect. Love ain't fear, and love and respect are not always the same. But if you have to create a false premise with somebody, pretend to be someone that isn't really loving, caring, or pretend you just dislike like you don't like someone, so you have to just do something indifferent about it. It's worthless. You're wasting your time. Gotta be better than that. Alright, so we got a couple more. I might go to the vaults, but these were great. These were great for me. Let's see. We're going to do Krishan in a minute. Cause glad she went. We're not going to show her boxing yet. Cause I got to watch it myself. But apparently, she basically, how should I put this? She basically got hit on by Dean and all that shit. I know we don't care about it because Rona been hitting on her for a minute. Rona hit on everybody, bitch. So it's like, I don't really see the benefit of it, but y'all gonna hear her rant. I'm gonna go off on something, and we might watch like 1 or 2 anime trailers before we play a game or 2 or something.
Like, me, I'm not sleeping down to no little boy level. Like, you can tell he has small man syndrome. AB, he's respectful, he's welcoming, and he kept it cool, he kept it G. But, I don't know what's up with Dean. Like, that's like, cause look, check this out, chat. I got on a flight for 4 or 5 hours, bro. Not to be disrespected, but to promote my fight. Obviously you see Zeus Network is involved. Like, I'm here because I'm building myself. You feel what I'm saying? So like, when I see someone else, a black man, like trying to politic or play little boy games, it's inappropriate and it's unfair. You feel what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, if I came in with niggas, if I came in with my brothers, they would have checked him or hit the fuck out of him in his mouth. Straight up. Like, you know what I'm saying? But other than that, it's like, you can tell it's a joke, but the nigga is a joke, and I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Alright, so I'm not really going to say much about that one. Like I said, there's just not, I got a lot of these. I got a lot more that I pulled up from Streamer University, may go through the rest of the week. I'm going to build up some more clips. But there's just really not much I really want to go over. Let's say stream wise, there's not really much I want to go over here. There's some stuff I want to sit on. Let me just see. Hold on a second. Okay. Let's see. Future album that dropped, review, and a couple other stuff. Gook, I always say his name, Horrendous. He did the spring 2026 anime list, but that was like, what, 2 months ago? So I haven't fucking paid attention to shit, boy. I have been. Oh, he's been doing the same thing, barely making content for a few months. Great. Did I have anything that I really wanted to do? Hmm. I'm gonna add more to like a time where I'm like really want to go through it because there's some of these that I want to watch, but nah, last month I don't got nothing special. So these clips are much better. There's some more Streamer University clips I wanted to do. We might do one more if we do a game real quick. This is probably one of the more longer ones. I want to discuss Obsessed like we did Mike last time. We won't do that today. Let's see. We're gonna talk about Siren, actually. So Siren is an anime that is coming out soon that had a manga adaptation a couple years ago. I finished the storyline years ago, and basically, it is a story that I personally have enjoyed. It's a story that I liked, and it's a story that I think you will like when it comes.
サイレンがやってくるわ。みんな死ぬ。雨宮は今どこにいるのか。サイレンって一体何なんだ。サイレンってもしかして都市伝説の秘密結社サイレンのこと？見てろよ、サイレン。何が秘密結社だ。
世界はつながる。サイレン入国管理センターです。
なんだよこれ。うわー！捨てなさい。よしだ。雨宮。ここはサイレンの世界。ゲームをクリアすれば元の世界へ戻れる。俺の命をかけたゲームの始まり。サイレン。
Oh, that was a little trailer teaser. I want to talk about it for real. I wish I could be really hype. I maybe someday will discuss it in full detail, but I'm not sure what I want to do about that yet. Siren looks great, looks phenomenal, but we'll see. We're going to touch base in a moment about the value of anime like that. Maybe when this stream is over, but we're gonna take a little bit of moment, play some games, and we'll maybe set our way back. We might. We'll see. Give me just a moment, and we're gonna play something in a second. All right.
Excuse me, okay.
Ah. All right.
Circle to return to base. Last time I played this shit.
Barely hand me water.
All right, let's get moving.
Yeah. Staggering and special drain attacks.
I'm getting fired up. Is that all you got? Sweet. Targeted. Heal up. This isn't the end. Find something? I'm getting fired up. Going all out. Let me shoot. It can't be. Stay focused. This isn't the end.
Oh, I finally died. Yay!
Rise and shine. I feel great! I feel light as a feather. I could do this all day! Stay focused.
Woo! That's what you talk about. Okay. Okay, that's kind of cool. Kind of cool. Let me see if I can level up. It's kind of cool.
You feel that tension in the air? Be ready.
Nice, pass me off.
I'm impressed.
We gotta do one more. I want to level up again. Shit. kill one of these niggas. Did I start the stream doing this one thing I was supposed to? This is one thing that got me tripping.
I feel great. Going all out.
Don't stab me. Trying to stab me in the video.
Sweep him away.
And touchdowns.
Let me shoot.
Trying to stab me, bro. I'm gonna give you pizza. Kill him, man. Kill him, kill him, kill him, kill him. Kill him. Kill the nigga. Kill that nigga. Whoa! Something wrong, cause I watched that stream. Thank you, the thank you, fuck you. I wanna see your forehead. I'm good.
Wait up.
Give me
I'll be
more
right there.
head. The rules and disturbing the peace. So bye bye. There you go. I'm farming for a second. I'm farming. That's what the farm I'm farming, nigga. I'm gonna come back and check, cause that's all I have to do is take it out, put it back in. I'm gonna be mad as hell if I ain't hear that shit. Hold on now. Cause that shit was cleaner than the motherfucker a moment ago. Hold up.
Something wrong?
Alright, I'm gonna come back and check, cause that shit wasn't bad or nothing before. I was checking my shit and stuff, I would have heard it. But just in case, every once in a while we check on that shit, so. Last time I did all this dumbass shit, it's the lamest, stupidest thing when it comes to audio hijinks. What do we do to fix it? Talk about that. What do we do to do an adjustment? Plug it right back in. Small baby shit. Time to rest, no flex. Here's the cat.
I feel light as I feel great. Stay focused.
Come here, hoe ass nigga.
Smell that? There's another hoe ass nigga. Look at him. Look at him. Look at that nigga walking and shit. Let's slice this nigga.
You about to get sliced.
I'm getting fired up.
I said, never fucking mind. This nigga about to fuck me up. Shit. You jumping this nigga. You jumping this nigga? Yeah, fuck that. Said, Mr. Hoes can't see.
I feel great.
Literally, that's one of my favorite things about this character is that it's his name. And you can call him no Vaseline. I'm gonna call him Mr. Can't See Hoes. Love it.
The nectar found in this tree can speed up your recovery.
Yeah, nectar give you that recovery. I know it does. Give me that nectar, baby.
Magma is the building furthest through this gate. Once we get there,
Frequency. Your message got deleted. Well, wherever you come from, you bot. Salute, nigga. Salute, nigga. Nasty. Just nasty.
Treading carefully. Fine by me.
I'm getting fired up. Going all out.
That's right. Come here, hoe nigga. Come here, hoe ass nigga.
I feel great. Stay focused.
You're getting better all the time.
I'm getting fired up. I feel great.
Did I cheat you?
light as I feel great. That all you got?
Find something?
I'm level 8. And I'm not happy about it. I'm slicing and dicing these niggas. Slicing, dicing, and ricing these niggas. And I'm not getting what I deserved.
Sound like I'm switching from multiple voices to fucking Rocky Balboa's Coast and all that shit.
You need to do it, Rocky. Get that.
What would you say?
Oh, go. What'd you say? That was sour. We're in Philly. You know what I'm talking about, Rocky.
Nah, Pablo, what the fuck you just say?
Nothing, Cree. I ain't talking about you.
Going all out. I'm getting fired up. Nope.
Start boxing. Start boxing their ass up. You box the shit out you.
We're all good.
It should not apply to today with most races, but that's why I brought up Ryan Garcia earlier, guys. It don't matter what your race is, man. Niggas gonna do the most foulest shit. Say the most foulest shit.
Let's shoot even higher.
Make up the most foulest shit. But you can box, you can fight. They ain't gonna say it to your face, boy. They ain't gonna say it to your face, boy. You can box, you can fight, whatever the fuck it is. Hit bricks, break concrete, destroy bodies with a punch or two. They not gonna speak to you directly. They're gonna lie, they're gonna say whatever the fuck they wanna say. But they ain't gonna do
Focus.
What are you doing, nigga? Bring me back. Bring me back. Bring me back. No, I'm mashing him. Don't kill me. Bring me back, nigga. Here you go. You're slicing and dicing me, and you're not doing shit. You're the worst sidekick ever, bro. I'm gonna finish the work. I'm gonna finish the work. Nah, I'm gonna finish that work. Where'd it go? Oh, he stay running for my shit. This is what I'm talking about. He's jumping for me. I was gonna start farming, but this shit is so easy. I don't know. Wait, nah, I ain't at another level yet. I got like one more. Yeah, so that might be it. So then I can go like through a couple fights and shit, and then I could fucking actually play the fucking shit without dying easily, so that's nice. Yeah, level 10 should work.
Going all out, I feel great.
What's my homie doing? You know, I'm about to eat this nigga. I'm hungry. I'm about to eat this nigga. I'm fast, feel me? I'm a bloodthirsty ass nigga. No, I said, oh, you always dodging my shit.
Let's do this.
Damn. Real life, that shit is scary as fuck. Like, I thought I clipped. Oh. I'm full. Do all the super powerful shit. Jump out the scope on niggas. You like, yo, I'm sorry, bro. I ain't mean to kill you once, bro. We might be level 20 or 15 by the end of this shit, bro.
Something wrong?
So they said jail. We don't want to go there. You know how bad the cell is. You know how bad being in the cell is. Revenant Hunter equipment. Revenant Hunters improve synergy with their partners by storing Revenant hearts in their backs. You can equip different jails to increase specific stats and improve your drain actions. Change your equipment, nigga. I don't need no fucking thing for that. Tainted. I don't have enough jail level. Jail level? I think I have more jail level than some niggas out here. My jail level should be much higher than this. We gotta increase our vitality, our fortitude, our willpower, our minds, our dexterity, and our strength for jail. It's depressing, guys. Blood codes are manifestations of revenant powers. Each one suits a different combat style. Blood codes each have 6 attributes, which greatly impacts one's performance. These values are also used to determine your burden tolerance, so it's important to select a blood code that fits your equipment loadouts. Max Ichor, base defense, and other stats, blah, 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 are determined by the abilities of the blood code itself. A measure of how well your blood has adapted to a given blood code increased by the fighting enemies of your appropriate strength. After maxing out your proficiency with the blood code obtained from a partner, you can speak with madman, missiles, or other location obtained leadership. Okay. So I got this one. I don't think it's mastered, but I want to see what it look like over time. If it don't go up, it don't go up. Cause they said I got the level up went up like 1. I'm like, nigga, the fuck with that shit at? Oh, the proficiency is high as shit. So I probably should switch the motherfucker, but I'm gonna keep it for a bit. Nah, I'm gonna keep it. Wait, you know what? Nah, I'm gonna see what it look like to do the other one, because it says proficiency is high. I don't look it up. Maybe if I go, is there maybe a limitation with proficiency on these? lights. And the sunshine. Everybody wants the sunshine. I want rose in vision. I want house that the niggas never seen. Alright, so where's Quest at? These niggas cry. Alright, quest list. Magma's era. Breath of the World's End. We're not gonna do that yet. Fully master time travel. I don't think we're gonna do that yet. We did the basics. Anyway. That's right. Code Vein 2 is about going to jail, nigga. Overburdened strength from being in jail, nigga. Overburdened mindset from being in jail, nigga. Overburdened willpower from being in jail, nigga. Overburdened fucking fortitude, being in jail. Mentality, jail, nigga. Yeah, sorry guys, we don't play games that don't have any values to me, or some type of world-saving bullshit in it. From Neo to Code Vein to the Yakuza series, all that shit, I don't play those shit I don't fuck with on a personal scale. I'ma get bored.
The real fight starts here.
I can't jump? Alright, well fuck it, you're gonna have to do it. A long way up there, hold on.
That's the way to the storage tower. Magmel is below the hill.
No, well, shut the fuck up, open the door.
Time to search for the key.
Fine. Fine. Fine, fuck, nigga. Well, you could light this bitch up? Okay. Loot!
Our time in battle has I believe you. With this new blood code, I grant you more of...
We got some new shit! So every time I evolve that shit, I can make the other one from jail? Hey, okay. I like that idea.
Something that... I'm glad that Let's continue.
Living that motherfucker up from prison, boy.
Treading carefully. Fine by me.
That's respectful worse than my exact, both of which are very smooth, so you're okay. Right, that's a concern. How about the urgent care of the treatments? I don't sound urgent as fuck. I hope you're wrong. Sure. Sorry about that, friend of mine. I would curse that shit, apparently. Hold on a second.
Hey, you doze off or something? find something?
Sorry about that, y'all. People out here have forms of anxiety, and I personally can't relate, but a long time ago, I take that type of stuff seriously in like forms of physical health, so I hear certain stuff. I want to make sure people are good. Mind you, I'm over here looking for my fucking controller. Man, I got a family that got married recently, and I'm hating. But I love seeing it. I really do love seeing it. And not down someday, you know. Oh, been doing good. Don't know where the fuck I put this controller. Hold on. Meanwhile, I got snacks. This shit is in my it's in my face, of course. There. Hold up. Snack time. Uh-oh. Someone's company. Someone's company needs to have better reliability. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, somebody's ISP. Let's see the bit right here, because it's clearly the internet. Let's see, hold on.
All right, let's get moving.
Oh, so since something must be disturbingly unreliable, we'll come back to it later. See what my level is, though.
Something wrong? What are you standing around for?